We're here today to talk about recalcitrant countries denying visas to countries that refuse to take back deported nationals. Let me try to just ad-lib and summarize the situation. We have people that come here legally to this country. We have people that come here illegally to this country. But there's a population here that may have overstayed a visa. They may have come here on a tourist visa or student visa, but they were supposed to go home and they didn't, and they're here illegally. Nevertheless, there is a large population of people that are in this country illegally. Unfortunately, there's also a criminal element to this population. The discussion that we're having today is about the criminal element within that illegal immigration population. I don't think there's an argument on any side of this equation to not deal with the criminal element in a much more serious, sophisticated way, and something that is fair to the American people and to our country. Since 2013, there are some 86,288 people who are here illegally, committed a crime, got caught, convicted of that crime, and instead of being deported, they were released back out into the United States of America. These 86,288 people, again, just since 2013, committed some 231,074 crimes. That's a lot of criminal activity that can be totally and wholly avoided. Now, the administration has given a couple different excuses as to why they can't deport these people. And I don't understand that. And that's why we're having this hearing. This is, we've had a couple hearings where we've highlighted and discussed this in the past. Some have said it's money. It's not money. In fact, ICE tried to give back. The Homeland Security tried to take $113 million from ICE's enforcement budget and asked Congress in June of 2015 to reprogram it to other DHS components with no role in immigration enforcement. So Congress has allocated, again, $113 million, and ICE is saying, hey, we don't need it. Let's put it somewhere else. So it's not going to be the money. That's not going to be a good excuse. Some have said, well, these other countries won't take them. Well, Congress, before my time, in the Immigration and Nationality Act, Section 243D, contemplated the idea that we would find a criminal alien and we would want to deport them in the country and say, well, we don't want them back. That's your problem now that they're in your country. Here's what the law says. Okay, I want to read the law. The law says, and I quote, if a foreign country denies or unreasonably delays accepting an alien who is a citizen, subject, national, or resident of that country after the Attorney General, which also now includes the Secretary of Homeland Security, asks whether the government will accept the alien under this section, the Secretary of State shall, not it, not might, shall order consular officers in that foreign country to discontinue granting immigrant visas or non-immigrant visas, or both, to citizens, subjects, nationals, and residents of that country until the Attorney General, also read to mean the Secretary of Homeland Security, notifies the Secretary that the country has accepted the alien. Now, as best we can tell, this important provision has only been used one time. And on that occasion, it proved highly effective. On September 7th, 2001, the Attorney General requested the Secretary of State impose sanction on Guyana for refusing to issue travel documents for its nationals. On October 10th, 2001, the State Department stopped granting non-immigrant visas to employees of the government of Guyana, their spouses, and their children. Within 2 short months, Guyana issued travel documents to 112 of the 113 Guyanese aliens who had been ordered removed from the United States, and the sanction was lifted. We went back to Guyana. We said, we're not going to do this anymore. They changed their ways. They went back to their country, and it was proved highly effective. we're here today to have a discussion, and I really do appreciate Ambassador Bond being here, to understand why the State Department is not doing this. Because much to my surprise, I was highly skeptical when the head of ICE came in and said, well, we have been asking, we have been trying to do this. And I thought, really, come on, show me some documentation. There's some documentation there that they have been trying to do this. But it does not appear that the State Department has been actually taking the step that is required by the law. And this decision has real consequences. On April 28th of 2016, Wendy Hartling testified before this committee. She is the mother of Casey Chadwick. Casey was stabbed to death and stuffed into a closet on June 15th of 2015 by a criminal alien, Jean-Jacques. Prior to killing Casey, Mr. Jacques was found guilty of attempted murder on June 9th of 1997 and served 16 years in prison in Connecticut. He was released from prison in April of 2012. He should have automatically been deported back to his home country of Haiti after he was released from prison. But instead, he was released from custody because Haiti refused to take him back, and we just accepted that. We just said, okay, Haiti, we'll go ahead and keep him here in the United States. While ICE placed him on a reporting schedule, he failed to report on multiple occasions. So not only did he have the murder he's supposed to report, he doesn't. And ultimately, he ended up killing Casey Chadwick in cold blood. He was found guilty of murder on April 11th of 2016, and today we're going to talk about only a portion of the criminal aliens released each year into the American streets. The 8,000, these numbers are so big, the 8,275 criminal aliens released in the last 3 years under Závadas represent only 9.5% of the 86,288 total criminal aliens. Again, a Supreme Court decision where ICE, Homeland Security, is saying, hey, we can't continue to hold these people in perpetuity, we have to release them. And let me just give you 1 year statistics, and then we'll go on. In last year alone, ICE, Immigration Customs Enforcement, released, keep in mind, these people committed crimes, they're convicted of these crimes, they're in our possession, and we release them out in the public. 19,723 criminal aliens, who among them had 64,197 convictions, including 934 sex offenses, 804 robberies, 216 kidnappings, and 196 homicide-related convictions. How do you look the parents in the eye of somebody who has murdered their son or daughter because the government said, well, you know, it's in the best interest to just let them go back into the public here in the United States? In instituting Section 243D, Congress concluded ensuring public safety was the government's primary duty, and it must be its first priority. That's the heart of the hearing that we're going to have today. I do appreciate the witnesses. With that, I'll yield back and recognize the ranking member, Mr.